Well, welcome everybody to Tennessee State Museum Storytime with Miss Morgan. I am so excited. It's February. And do you know what that means? It's Black History Month. And here at the Tennessee State Museum, we are very excited for our Black History Month Storytime. So what's really cool about this is we have some really fun and interesting people who are going to be reading our story. So you're going to see someone different in just a minute. But before we get started, let's check our schedule. Let's go sing our welcome song. Let's go. Are you guys ready to sing our good morning song? So before we get started, let's practice and warm up those talking hands. So remember, our signs are happy and good morning. So let's practice one more time. So happy, take your hands like you're fanning yourself, say happy. And good morning, take the fingers to your chin and say good morning. Great job, you guys are doing such a wonderful job. Good job. All right, so remember, we're going to sing it twice. So you ready? Good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Ready again? Say, good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Good, 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 good. Are you guys ready? It's now time for story time. Let's go. Great job, you guys. Pat yourself on the back. All right, it's time for story time. So before we get started, we are going to be reading Ella, Queen of Jazz, but I'm not going to be reading it. Today we have a special guest, and her name is Miss Bridget Jones, and she's a curator here at the Tennessee State Museum. So I'm going to let her come over, and she's going to introduce herself, and she'll start to read our story, and then we'll have some really cool time doing our activity. So if you guys are ready, I'll see you in just a little bit.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Bridget Jones, and I am the curator of social history for the Tennessee State Museum. And for Black History Month, I have a really interesting story for you. Ms. Morgan's already told you all about it. It's called Ella, Queen of Jazz. If you've never heard of Ella Fitzgerald, she's definitely one of the premier jazz musicians of the 1920s. In this book, we'll hear a little bit more about her. So, let's get started. This is Ella, and these are her fellas. Ella Fitzgerald loved to sing, and she sang good. Before long, Ella was taking her music up and down the country. It was a crazy time, and Ella was on her way up. But Ella and her band weren't welcome everywhere. Ella was Black, and some folks didn't want her singing in their clubs, including the biggest joint in town. I'm sorry, Ella, but the answer was no. That's it, fellas, she said. Maybe we're not destined for the big time. But the magic of Ella's music had reached out to people all over and helped to make her friends she didn't even know she had, including one very special lady. Ella's friends secretly decided to help. You must book Ella Fitzgerald. She will be fabulous. If she plays, I will sit at the front every night for all the people and paparazzi in town to see. She could be pretty persuasive. Not long after, Ella had a call. She and her fellas were asked to play the biggest joint in town, the very same one that had turned her away before. And just as her friend had promised, Ella was fabulous. She was a hit with the crowd. And so was her friend. Marilyn Monroe, this one's for you. With every night, the show got stronger and stronger, and so did their friendship, with all of Hollywood flocking to see them. Marilyn and Ella discovered that a little courage could go a long way. As the saying goes, all good things come to an end, and after a week, it was time for Ella's final show. Ella felt sad, but while the run might have ended, her friendship with Marilyn certainly didn't. With a little help from her friend, Marilyn Monroe went on to become a great singer in her own films. She even sang for the president. And Ella became known as the First Lady of Song, the Queen of Jazz, winning many awards along the way. Just goes to show what friends can do for one another. The end. So again, I know many of you probably have never heard of Ella Fitzgerald ever before. But as we just read, Ella Fitzgerald was one of the premier jazz musicians of her era. And her friendship with Marilyn Monroe helped her in ways that she probably never imagined. Marilyn Monroe was also a premier person of her time. She was a socialite and celebrity before socialites were public figures. And at that point in time, black people weren't exactly welcomed in all places and spaces. So her relationship with Marilyn Monroe was definitely integral in the integration of black people into day-to-day society. The end of segregation was pivotal to equality. So let's look back and thank people like Marilyn Monroe and Ella Fitzgerald for being able to foster a relationship and a friendship in a time where those types of friendships and relationships weren't always respected.
What a fantastic story. So before we get to going, let's give another big round of applause to Miss Bridget Jones. Great job. I am so excited that we have such fantastic readers coming to Storytime this month. So let's check our schedule. It's now time for our activity. So part of the reason why we read this wonderful story about Miss Ella Fitzgerald is because of National Singing Day is this week. And so I thought, what better way to celebrate National Singing Day than to make our own microphones? So what you'll need for this activity is a toilet paper roll, some paper, stickers, and a ball of paper, or you could even use tinfoil. And we'll have step-by-step instructions that you can download with our activity sheet. And so I just think this is a fun little thing that we can make, and it's a great microphone, kind of like the one Miss Ella uses here. And so what I want you guys to do is, in honor of Singing Day, I think it'd be really fun is if you take your microphone and sing along to your favorite song. So that's what I'm gonna do when I get home. I'm not the best singer, but I like to sing at my house where I have some fun music to listen to. So have fun with it. You can decorate it any way you want to. I used pink paper and some heart stickers that I happen to have here, but you do you. You make your microphone the way you like it. So let's check our schedule. It is now time for our artifact. So if you will look right here, here's our artifact for the week. We have two this week. So our first one is the Ella Fitzgerald album that we have here in our collection. So I think this is really cool. Someone in Tennessee owned this, and they would have been able to listen to Miss Ella's music on their record player. So, maybe ask your adult if you can maybe look on YouTube or Spotify or Amazon Music, whatever you have. Maybe you can listen to some Ella Fitzgerald music. That might be really fun. You could maybe sing along with your microphone. And our second thing is, in fact, a microphone from our collection. So this is from our collection here, and I really think it's cool because it looks a lot like the one we have here in our book. So you guys, story time is done with for today. I've had a wonderful time. I'm so glad that we were able to have Miss Bridget come and read to us today. Again, give her a big round of applause with your talking hands. Good job, you guys. And you know what? We have some exciting things coming up for next week's story time. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye, guys.